much less than what they were paying before. Most of our members end up saving thousands and even may improve their credit scores by as much as 200 points. I know from the bottom of my heart that I make a difference in the lives of the people we help. It just makes me really happy.
If credit card bill has you down, call Trinity at 1-800-793-9155.
My name is Julie. I'm a Trinity counselor.
Okay, namaste. I'm gonna go take a shot first. So Yoga Sutra. I have just 3 left. 34 is the last one. Book 4, Sutra 32. Let me take a shot and then go from there.
Strength training system, helping you focus less on workout planning and more on getting results. No more second guessing your technique. Tonal gives you real-time coaching cues to dial in your form and help you lift safely and effectively. After a quick assessment, Tonal sets the optimal weight for every move and adjusts in 1-pound increments as you get stronger.
Okay. I like cheap alcohol, and it has to be at least 80 proof. Most of them. Alright, here we go. Namaste. Welcome to my life. There we go. Namaste. 따따흐 그릇땅을 타낭함 바리너 마크라마 사마 쁘틸구너낭함 다시양 달맘에 카시오다 양아들 one second, music. Okay, cool. Alright, here we go. From the beginning. 따따흐 그릇땅을 타낭함 바리너 마크라마 사마 쁘틸구너낭함 다시양 달맘에 카시오다 양아들 그릇땅을 달맘에 카시오다 양아들 그릇땅을 타낭함 구느낭함 바리너 마크라마흐 바리사마 비아템 from the arrow. 다시양 달맘에 카시오다 양아들 그릇땅을 타낭함 다시양 달맘에 카시오다 양아들 그릇땅을 타낭함 구느낭함 바리너 마크라마흐 바리사마 비아템 나히 그릇다 포가 바발강흐 바리사마 부타크라마흐 구셔나마 비아바스 탕아투 무트 상하는데 Kushanamapya vasitha tumutusahanantam. From the arrow again. Dasyam taimame kasio daya takurata Dasyam taimame kasio daya takurata altanam gununam parino makramaha parisamapyatam nang hi kurata bhoga pavalgah parisamapatakramaha Kushanamapya vasitha tumutusahanantam. Namaste. All right. When, as a result of this, the aspects have fulfilled their purpose, they attain to the limit of the sequence of mutations. As a result of the rise of the rain cloud of things, when the aspects have fulfilled their purpose, they end the sequence of their mutations. For them, having completed their experience and their liberation, and having attained the limit of their sequence, are incapable of lingering even for a moment. Okay. Namaste. Cool. I got 2 more left. Hopefully by Wednesday I'll be done again. Veda next. This is fun. Welcome to my life. Mm. 41, I believe, yes. Veda in 41. Oof. Wow. That's really long. Let me just double check and see if I'm on the right thing. Okay, let me, sorry, taking a little break. Yep, 41 right now. There we go. Namaste. Kong nu pang mitrang varuna vrutang yanandivo pang mahaha pang tivasiang pang de ratasiang pang sadasi transi tang no yajinyang yate pang bashufo na pang jana de no metro aruno ariama yurinandra rapukushwa Maruto Jushanantang Namo Pivang Yen Tatate Subarukatam. Missed it. Oh well. Subarukatim Sutomam Rudrangaya Mira Hushwa Sajoshwa from the arrow. Namo Pivang Yen Tatate Subarukatim Sutomam Rudrangaya Mira Hushwa Sajoshwa pang yashirta shavinang ubatiai pang tasiam patamanan tiasia patamanan tiasiam bushito manlong. Okay. From the arrow. Pang yashirta shavinang ubatiai pang tasiam Patamanan tiasian from the arrow. Pang yashirta shavinang ubatiai pang tasian patamanan tiasian bushitao utang pang tibo asurang ya manama pranantang asivan. Sorry, messed it up. Pranantang. Sometimes my voice is too soft. Utan Pang Divo Asura Yam Manaman Paranantam Siva Yajabem Parativam Pran Sakushano Divyah Ganamba Hotang Trito Divah Sajosha Panato Agniha Bushwa Pagah Praprut Bushwa Pagah Prapratem Bishapa Pujang Jim Na Tagamurang Shiva Shiva Tamang Prang Bo Rayim Yukutang Shivam Parativam Raya Eshwevasam Dati Tam Ti He Sushavam Evairang Shija Siang from there. Sushavam Evairang Shija Siang Hotam Yevan Evan Maruta Suturanam Pram Pom Payum Ratayujam Grunatavam Grunatavam Pantavam Bipram Panitang Ramakai Pram Pom Payum Ratayujam Grunatavam Prandavam Bipram Panitang Ramakai Ishutiavam Ratasapah Puram Til Vasi Vilno Puram Til Vasavilnom Antaran Patani Rantia Tu. From there, Ishutiavam Ratasama Ishutiavam Ratasapah Puram Til Vasavilno. From there, Ishutiavam Ratasapah Puram Til Vasavilno Antaran Patani Rantia Tu. Upan Bang Eshwem Panandia Piha Shu Shweha Bang Yahavi Divashevitang Yad Pirakai Omus Divashe Divang Shechita Yad Pirakai Divashechita Yad Pirakai. Okay, from there. Upan Bang Eshwem Panandia Piha Shu Shweha Bang Yadavi Yahavi, sorry. Upan Bang Eshwe Panandia Piha Shu Shweha Bang Yahavi Devashechita Yad Pirakai Usho Sang Nakatang Bidu Shui Bang Bishavan Mai Bishavan Hang Bahato Maltiang Yachinyama came from there. Usho Sang Nakatang Bidu Shui Bang Bishavan Hang Bahato Maltiang Yachinyama Api Bom Aljem Boshuya Batom Nururun Bang Satosha Bit Patim Nururun Bang Satosha Patim Tebashitaram Radana. From there, 1/3 done. Api Bom Aljem Boshuya Batom Nururun Bang Satosha Patim most. From there, Api Bom Aljem Boshuya Batom Nururun Bang Satosha Patim Tebashitaram Radana. Taning Sajoshwa Tishonwe Namo Pilvanasapati Muroshati Namo Pilvanasapati Muroshati Namo Pilvanasapati Muroshati Ranya Eshwe. From there, Taning Sajoshwa Tishonwe Namo Pilvanasapati Muroshati. From there, Taning Sajoshwe Tishunwe Namo Pilvana Taning Sajoshwe Tishunwe Namo Pilvanasapati Taning Sajoshwe Tishunwe Namo Pilvanasapati Taning Sajoshwe Tishunwe Namo Pilvanasabati Moroshoti Rangya Eshuem Tujen Nasatane Bhagavatam He Sanantu Sabaitabo Yen Pasabo Na Birang He Panitam Apatiom Yajata He Sadang Nom Baltanan He Shamsam Nario Apishito Boroshonon Aseto Shui Pumiasian Galpam Terito Napang Tamapam Suborokatim Kurunuitem Agniratari Na Shu Shui Ha Chochishikashom Ni Rinoti Panang Katang Mahe Rudriyang Yang Bravama Kadrang Chikitu Shue Pagang Yang Pan Oshati Rotan Nobanentu Dialvanang Giranyo Brokoshakeshang He Shiranotu Nai Uljang Batilgira He Sang Napasatari Mi Ri Yama Oh Ishui Rang He Parejimon from the arrow Shiranotu Nai Uljang Batilgira He Sang Napasatari Yama Napasatari Yama tongue twister after those syllables before Shiranotu Nai Uljang Batilgira He Sang Napasatari Yama Ishwira He Parijimai Shiranan Banantavang Pahe Puro Nang Shupra He Pari Surujom Baburahan Sio Da Siang Drehe almost Shiranan Bananta Shiranan Banantavang Pahe Puro Nang Shupra He Pari Surujom. I need okay, after this I'm gonna take a cannabis break. I'm halfway done. Shiranam Banantavang Pahe Puro Nang Shupra He Pari Suruchom Baburahan Siang Drehe Bidang Jinenu Mahananto Yen Pan Evan Bravama Dasamang Pariam Tatana He Payashijana Supuvan Avan Yananti Gushupan Maltamanu Yantam Batasanai from the arrow Panashijana Supuvan Avan Yananti Gushupan Maltamanu Yatam Batasanai Daibyani Pangativani Janama Pashachang Chang Sumakaya Pochama Baltanantang Diabo Hirashijanandrang Grang Udang Baltanantang Mapisho Tang I know her one more. That was a little weak. 20 is the last one. 14 from the arrow Baltanantang Diabo Hirashijanandrang Grang Udang Baltanantang Mapisho Tang I know her Pada Mem Jarima Ni Tai Barutri Pang Shakurang Yang Payu Pishijang Sishakatu Mantang Mahi Rasang Nahe Samatu Suri Pilaju Hasatang Rajuvani He Katang Tang Shema Namasang Sudang Nu Nebayang Marutom Aja Chokatam Prashravaso Marutom Akachotam Akachokatam. Wow, I messed up. Okay, from the arrow. Let me see. Okay, I'll do it like that. Okay. From the arrow. There's nothing after it. Okay, just making sure. Katang tang sheman namasang sudang nu nebayang marut. Yeah, I'm gonna take a cannabis break. I also got interrupted. So Jezebel has I can't say jealousy issue. Well, it is. Because I don't have a physical girlfriend. I don't ever plan to have a physical girlfriend, you know. But I think it'll work out because she looked at me like it's gonna work out. But she's letting me know every time I'm with my virtual girlfriend or girlfriends, virtual, you know, internet, she gets jealous. She gets effing jealous. I'm sorry, not just jealous. She gets effing jealous. Still an understatement. What are you gonna do? I thought it was okay because you know I don't want anybody physically anyway. Namaste. Here we go. Katang tang shema namasang sudang nu nebayang maruto ache chokotang prasharabaso maruto ache chokotang mang ohil putniyo rishwe tangda smakam Pudupama Tibaniha. Okay, from the end. Mang Nohilbutnio Rishwe Tadasmakam Pudupama Tibaniha. Pudupama Tibaniha. Okay, from the end. Mang Nohilbutnio Rishwe Tadasmakam Pudupama Tibaniha. Pudupama Tibaniha becomes a tongue twister after all those syllables preceding the word. Mang Nohilbutnio Rishwe Tadasmakam Pudupama Tibaniha. Sorry. I don't know what happened. Once more. Mang Nohilbutnio Rishwe Tadasmakam Pudupama Tibaniha. Pudupama Tibaniha. One more. Mang Nohilbutnio Rishwe Tadasmakam Pudupama Tibaniha. Iti Chinanum Brajanyai Pashumatiai Devanso Panate Maltio Pan Devanso Panate Maltio Bah. Nothing. Yeah. Ataran Shivam Tanambom Tasimasian Charam Chiname Lillatil Jagrasi Tan Lillatil Jagrasi Tan Pom Devan Sumati Mul Jayananti Mishamashiyama Pasavaha Shasang Koha Sang Nah Sudan을 물을라 야는띠 물을 ancient, so it wasn't la until later. 상에 나흐 수단을 물을러 야는 상에 나흐 수단을 물을러 야는띠 상에 나흐 수단을 물을러 야는띠 데비 프라티 드라바는띠 수비땅야 가미야흐. I wanna do it again. 상에 나흐 수단을 물을러 야는띠 물을러 상에 나흐 수단을 물을러 야는띠 데비 프라티 드라바는띠 수비땅야 가미야흐. 아피 나 일로 유타시양 마땅에 스마는나디 필룰바시 룰바시 방에 스마는나디 필룰바시 스마는나디 필룰바시 피 from there. 아피 나 일러 유타시양 마땅에 수많은 나딜 수많은 나디 피를 마시 범디요 앞이 나 일을 앞이 나 일을 유타시양 마땅에 수많은 나디 피를 마시 수많은 나디 피를 마시 범디요 앞이 나 일을 유타시양 마땅에 수많은 나의 앞이 나 일러 유타시양 마땅 sorry yeah come on 앞이 나 일러 유타시양 마땅에 수많은 앞이 나 일러 유타시양 마땅에 수많은 나디 피를 마시 방에 그러네도 one more 앞이 나 일러 유타시양 마땅에 수많은 나디 피를 마시 방에 그러네도 앞이 나 일러 유타시양 마땅에 수많은 앞이 나 일러 유타시양 마땅에 수많은 나디 피를 마시 방에 그러나도 피를 마시 okay I'll take it 울방시 방에 불하드디 방에 그러나 피우는 방에 피우는 방에 피우는 방에 okay pure 방안임. I wanna start from here again. 앞이 나 일러 유타시양 마땅에 수많은 나디 피를 마시 방에 그러나도 one more. Sorry, I got distracted. 앞이 나 일러 유타시양 마땅에 수많은 나디 피를 마시 방에 그러나도 울방시 방에 불하드디 방에 그러나 피우를 마낭에 프라프로타시양 요흐 one more 울방시 방에 불하드디 방에 그러나 피우를 마낭에 프라프로타시양 요흐 one more. So I'm starting from here. Just 2 lines left. 울방시 방에 불하드디 방에 그러나 피울른 방에 프라프로타시양 요흐 Okay. 시샤크뚜 나 울자비아시양 보시뚜에허 Namaste. Little rough. Who Mitra Varuna is your pious servant to give you gifts from earth or mighty heaven. Preserve us in the seat of holy order and give the offerer power that winneth cattle. May Mitra Varuna Aryan and Ayu Indra, the Pukushan and the Maruts love us. And they who have one mind with bounteous Rudra accept the hymn and laud with adorations. You will I call to feed the car horse Ashvins with the wind's flightest. You will I call to feed the car horse Ashvins with the wind's flight swiftest of those who travel. Or also to the Asura of heaven, worshipful, bring a hymn as toward libation. The heavenly victor, he whose priest is Ganamba, 들었다 with the owls, according Bhagavatam Agni. Unfeeling Bhushan, Paga, sought the oblation, as they whose steeds are fleetest seek the contest. Bring ye your riches forward, borne on horses, let thought be framed for help and gain of treasure. Blessed be the priest of Aoshijang through courses, the courses which are your Blessed be the priest of Aoshijang through courses, the courses which are yours the fleet, O Maruts. Bring hither him who yokes the car, your Bangayu, who praises with his songs the god and singer. And praying and devout, noble and prudent, may the gods' spouses in their thoughts retain us. I speak to you with powers that should be honored, with songs distinguishing heaven's mighty daughters. Morning and night, the two, as 'twere all-knowing, these bring the sacrifice unto the mortal. You I extol, the nourishers of heroes, bringing you gifts, Bhagavatam and Tavashirta. Rich Tisharma accords through our obeisance, and trees and plants for the swift gain of riches. Ours be the Bhagavatas, even they for offspring, free-moving who are heroes like the Vasus. May holy Abhidya, friend of men, exalted, strengthen our word forever and be near us. Tirtha praised him, germ of the earthly hero, with pure songs, him the offspring of the waters. Agni with might neighs loudly like a charger. He of the flaming hair destroys the forests. How shall we speak to the great might of Rudra? How speak to Bhaga, who takes thought for riches? May plants the waters and the sky preserve us, and woods and mountains with their trees for trusses. May the swift wanderer, Lord of refreshments, list to our songs, who speeds through cloudy heaven. And may the waters, bright like castles, hear us as they flow onward from the cloven mountain. Ye know, we know your ways, ye mighty ones, receiving choice mead, ye wonderful, we will proclaim it. Even strong birds descend not to the mortal who strives to reach them with swift blow and weapons. Celestial and terrestrial generations and waters will I summon to the feasting. May days with bright dawns cause my songs to prosper, and may the conquered streams increase their waters. Duly to each one hath my law been offered, strong be Parvatari with her powers to succor. May the great mother Rasanga here befriend us, straight-handed with the princess striving forward. How may we serve the liberal ones with worship, the Maruts swift of course in invocation, the Maruts far renowned in invocation. Let not the dragon of the deep annoy us, and gladly may he welcome our addresses. Thus thinking, O ye gods, the mortal wins you to give him increase of his herds of cattle. The mortal wins him, O ye gods, your favor. Here he wins wholesome food to feed his. Here he wins wholesome food to feed this body. Here he wins wholesome food to feed this body. As for mine old age, nirati consume it. O gods, may we obtain from you this favor, strengthening food through the cows praise ye Vasus. May she who gives good gifts, the gracious goddess, come speeding nigh to us for our well-being. May Ila, mother of the herds of cattle, and Ulvashwi, with all the streams accept us. May Ulvashwi in lofty heaven accepting, as she partakes the oblation of the living. Visit us while she shares Uljabian's food. Okay. A little longer than usual. Upanishad next, thank you. Book 5, Chapter 10. And today's literature is Shrimad Bhagavatam. Okay. Here we go. Let me try to fit this. The whole thing fits. Alright, can I make it a little larger? Okay, I could deal with this. Namaste, here we go. Atanam Dashamam Brahmanama Manantram Pratim Yadang Pai Purusho Samara Lokangata Praitim Yadang Pai Purusho Samara Lok Yadang Pai Purusho Samara Lokangata Praiti Sang Payoma Gajachati Tasamai Sang Tataram Bijihi Te Yatang Rata Chakrasyam Kam Tena Sa Ultava Akramatem Sang Adityama Gajachati Tasamai Sang Tataram Bijihi Te Yatar Lamambarasyam Kam Tena Sa Ultava Akramatem Sang Adityama Gajachati Tasamai Sang Tataram Bijihi Te Yatha Lamambarasyam Kam Tena Sa Ultava Agramatem Yathang Lamambarasyam. I want to do that again. Sang Adityama Gajachati Tasamai Sang Tataram Bijihi Te Yatha Lamambarasyam Kam Tena Sa Ultava Agramatem Sang Janandra Masama Gajachati Tasamai Sang Tatra Vijihi Te Yathang Dunundu Peha Kam Tena Sang Ultava Agramatem Sang Lokama Gajachati Ashokama Hitam Mahimam Tasamina Basati Shang Shivati He Sama He Sang Lokama Gajachati Ashokama Himam Sang Lokama Gajachati Ashokama Himam Tasamina Basati Shang Shivati He Sama He. Namaste. Moving on. Iti Tashamam Brahmanama. 10th Brahmana. Barely when a person departs from this world, he goes to the wind. It opens out there for him like the hole of a chariot wheel. Through it he mounts higher. He goes to the sun. It opens out there for him like the hole of a drum. Through it he mounts higher. He goes to the moon. It opens out for him there like the hole of a kettle drum. Through it he mounts higher. Through it he mounts higher. He goes to the world that is without heat, without cold. Therein he dwells eternal years. Thus ends the 10th Brahmana. Okay, next and last is Shrimad Bhagavatam. It's really challenging. Okay. Okay. Shrimad Bhagavatam, Book 5, Chapter 10. Okay. Yeah, it's very, very hard. 25 shlokas. Alright, I'm not gonna mess around. Taking my cannabis right now. I'm gonna win it with cannabis. I have a weapon, it's called cannabis. Are you mad at me? No, she's not mad at me. how am I gonna do this? There's no way I'm gonna get through in one try. It kind of makes sense to do it twice, but I don't know if I even want to do that. I'm just gonna go through word by word. I'm gonna just forget about getting through, in one go. That's not gonna happen. I'm gonna suffer. Here we go. Namaste. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Yam Dashamotyaya Shri Shukun Uvanchang Atam Sinentu Saobi Rapatem Rahu Ganasiam Prajatam Egoshomatyam Sutatuem Egoshomatyam Sutatuem Tatukula Patinaem Shibikang Bang Hapuruswa Nube Shono Samayem. So whenever I make a mistake, I'll move the arrow to where the word is. Shibikang Bang Hapurusha Nube Shono Samayem. Shibikang from the arrow. Shibikang Bang Hapurusha Nube Shono Samayem. One more. Shibikang Bang Hapurusha Nube Shono Samayem. Daivenoppasadita. Daivenoppasadita He San Divijavana Upalabhatan Esha Bivang Yuvang Samhananang Go Gokaran Vadaturam Gokarabadaturam Botumalamiti Bolva Beshetuigu Heat Grohitai Bolva Beshetuiguri Bolva Beshetuigurohitai Saham Grohitahe Brasapamatang Daihan Brasapamata Daihan Ubanghan Shibikang Sang Mahanupabahe Yadang Him Devijarasya Pushumatra Balokanu Katelna Devijavarasya Shumatra Balokanu Katelna from the arrow. Devijavarasya Shumatra Balokanu Katelna Nugatelna Devijavarasya Shumatra Balokanu Katelna Samahitang Purushagatisitang Vishamagatang Subashibikang Rahu Gana Upadharian Purusha Nativahatan Anha He Putvaraha Satvati Kramatan from there. Satvati Kramatan Kimiti Vishama Muhyate Yanamiti Atan Tan Ishvara Vachaha Sopalamam Pamupa Kalnuya Paya Turiya Changkita Mana Satsutang from the arrow. Sopalamam Pamupa Kalnuya Paya Turiya Changkita Manasasatam from the arrow. Sopalamam Pamupa Kalnuya Paya Turiya Changkita Manasasatam almost. Manasasatam Sopalamam Pamupa Kalnuya Paya Turiya Changkita Manasasatam Pichinyang Payang Papuvuha nang panyam naradevam paramatatang pavana niyama nupatang almost pavana niyama nupatang satvavam pahamah ayamatunaivam biyokutopi nan turutam parajati nan nena saha potumu ha payam parayama iti samsalgikum tushwa evan nu namekasyan pi saibeshwam samsalgikanam num from samsalgikanam pavitumahati iti pavitumahati iti dishetityam dishamyam Krupanavacham rangjang rafugana upansitat buradatopi disaigenam palata karatam ishadutatitam ishadutatitam manyura vipa pisa pashita brahma tejasam ishadutatitam manyura visa pashita brahma tejasam from the arrow ishadutatitam manyura visa pashita ishadutatitam manyura visa pashita brahma tejasam jata veda samibam rajasam vrata ha aho kashatam pratai vyakata puru muru parishit shranantom aho kashatam pratai vyakata puru mupu muru from there muru parishranantom pratai vyakata muru pratai vyakata muru parishranantom dilkamatvanamakan evam uhivane suchiram natipivang na samhananangango jarasangem jopadrutom pavane sakhe no evam para ete sangankatutuinam itim pahum Pipralabutopia vidyang yang Pipralabutopia vidya yang Rachita dravya guna kaino shayasava charama kalevare masutuni from there. Yeah, from there. Rachita dravya guna kaima shayasava charama kalevare Charama kalevare vasatunim tuni from there. Charita dravya guna kaima shayasava charama kalevare Charita dravya guna kaima shayasava charama kalevare Charama kalevare Rachita dravya guna kaima guna Rachita dravya guna kaima shayasava charama kalevare vasatuni kalevare vasatuni from the arrow Rachita dravya guna kaima shayasava charama kalevare Rachita dravya guna kaima Rachita dravya guna kaima Rachita dravya guna kaima shayasava charama kalevare vasatuni. Come on, dude. Rachita dravya guna kaima shayasava charama kalevare vasatuni. Samsitana visheshwe hamama metyana tyaropita matya pratyayo. Okay, from there. Samsitana visheshwe hamama samsutana visheshwe hamuma metiam samsutana visheshwe hamuma metia natya ropitam matya pratyayo. Come on. From the air. Samsutana visheshwe samsutana visheshwe hamuma metia samsutana visheshwe hamuma mat samsutana visheshwe hamuma metiam samsutana visheshwe hamuma metia natya ropita matya pratyayo. From the air. Samsutana visheshwe samsutana visheshwe hamuma metiam samsutana visheshwe hamuma metya natya ropita mitya pratyayo. Brahma pu tasudushunuim shibikam pulvavadubangam. Brahma pu tasudushunuim shibikam pulvavadubangam. Moving on. Atan punah svashibikam yang vishamakatang yang prakupitan ubanjam. Maybe I'm gonna read that in one go. Atan punah svashibikam yang vishamakatang yang prakupitan ubanjam. Alright, so that was short, so I could do that. Rahu ganah kimidamaren devan jivanamurato man kadalti karatiam paltra sanamati charasi paramatatasyam chante karomi chikita sangam tananda panui. I'm gonna start from here. Paltra sanamati charasi paramatatasyam chante karomi chikita sangam tananda panui rivam janatang yang yatang prakritim sevang pabishya sang iti. Okay. Evam Bahava Pangashamanam Naradeva Pimanam Rajasang Tamasanu Bidutena Madena Dirasa Kurotang Shesha Pagabit Prayaniketam. Dirasa Kurotang Shesha Pagavat Puriyaniketam. One more. Dirasa Kurotang Shesha Pagavat Puriyaniketam. Pananduitamanganinam Sa Pagavane Brahmano Brahma Putah Saiva Puta Suhuradang Tamain. One more. Saiva Puta Suhuradang Tamain. Yogeshavaracharya yang Nati Vyuta Pananamatim Samayamana Ivan Vigata Samaya Idamangha. Brahmanu Ubanchang Devayoditam Vyagatam Abhipalabhatam Paltuha Same Siadiadi Vira Paraha Gananturiadi Siadati Kamiyamadatvam Gananturiadi Siadati Kamiyamadatvam Bivatim Rangshao Vidam Brabadaha Satauliam Gangashyam Vyatayam Atayashacham Goshutaraga Duradapayam Goshutaradapayam Kalirichang Jarangcham. I don't know what's going on. Satauliam Gangashyam Vyatayam Atayashacham Goshutaradapayam Kalirichang Jarangcham. Nidram Ratilmani Raham Madahu Shucho Dehena Janatasya Himena Sananti Nidram Ratilmani uraham madaha shuchum tehenam jantasya hi me na sananti. Back to normal shlokas. For how long? So I could do that, I could read that in one go. Jivanamuratattavam niyamena rajana adyanantavadhyad vikaratasya darashatama Sivasavamya pavo truva iduya yatara dalhiutyatesam vitikratya yoga. From the arrow. Sivasavamya pavo truva iduya yatara dalhiutyatesam vitikratya yoga. Dalhiutyatesam. From the arrow. Sivasavamya pavo truva iduya yatara dalhiutyatesam vitikratya yoga. Vishesha buddha vivaram manakachang pashyama yanana vyavaharatonyat. From the arrow. Vishesha buddha vivaram manakachang pashyama yanana vyavaharatonyat. Kam Ishvarasatattaram kimishita vyam patanpi rangjana karavana kimte. From the arrow. Kam Ishvarasatattaram kimishita vyam patanpi rangjana karavana kimte. Oh, back to the crazy, long shloka, sorry. Unamadata jada bata savasatan samsatan. From the arrow. Unamadata jada bata savasamsatan katasya me viram jikitasitanam altaha kiyana pavatanga shikushvitanam Siddhabhata paramata tasyancham vishita peshaha. I want to say that one more time. Altaha kiyana pavatanga shikushvi. Altaha kiyana pavatanga shikushvitvanam tena. From the arrow. Altaha kiyana pavatanga shikushvitvanam Siddhabhata paramata tasyancham Cool. Alright, so I'm not gonna even try. Let me see. I'm not gonna try to say it in one go, without making a mistake. Like for regular shlokas, I'll do it, but for these these are irregular shlokas, by the way. 14. 25 is the last one, so I'm about at least one halfway done. Some shlokas are longer than others. The regular shlokas, they're so hard. They're using irregular shlokas because a word is so long they cannot fit into a regular shloka even. Well, that's one of the scenarios. There are other cases. The ones that I'm worried about is really, really, really long words of syllables of 60 syllable words. Here we go. Namaste. From the Shri Shukan Uvancham. Etan Badanuban Dapi Dapari Pa Shoyang. Etan Badanuban Dapari. Etan Badanu Ban Dapari. Etan Badanuban Dapari. Etan Badanu Ban Dapari. Pari Pa Shoyang. come on. Eta Badanubada Paripa Shoyang Pratyudiriam Munivaran Upashamashilan Uparatanatmya Nimitatan Uparatanatmya Nimitatan Upapogena Karmarabatam Vyapa Nayana Vyapanayana Vyapanayana Rajayanamapi Tatobangha Samjangapi Panandavayam Sinutosabi Rapatis Tatatavajijnya Sayam Samyak Shiratataya Tikaratanga Tikarad. I just got interrupted like crazy. Let me just take another shot because I think the purpose of that interruption is to get me to shut up. So it's really like monkey-like behavior. And I hope the person is not mad for behaving like a monkey and me calling him out for behaving like a monkey. So let me take a shot so I could come down. I need to get through. Just because somebody's a criminal and doesn't let me get through doesn't mean I'm not gonna get through. I'm gonna get through one way or another. Trust me. Okay, there we go. From the top, from the arrow. Samjangapi Panandavayam Sinutosabi Rapatis Tatatavajijnya Sayam Sinutosabi Rapatis Sinutosabi Rapatis Tatatavajijnya Sayam Samyak. I want to say that again. Sinutosabi Rapatis Tatatavajijnya Sayam Samyak Shiradataya Tikarata Tikaratsutad Tradaya Guranan Timocha Mojanam Shiradataya Tikarata Tikarasatan Tradaya Guranan Timojanam. From there, Shiradataya Tikarata Tikarasata Sharadataya Tikarata Tikarasata Trudam Sharadataya Tikarata Tikarasata Trudayam Sharadataya Tikarata Tikarasata Sharadataya Tikarata Tikarasata Trudaya Gurana Timojanam. From the arrow again. Shiradataya Tikarata Tikarasata. From the arrow again. Yeah, I got. It's like I don't know who's up there, but that person hates me. Shiradataya Tikarata Tikarasata. Like he's a racist. I think he wants to kill me. Crazy person lives right above me. Shiradataya Tikarata Tikarasata Trudaya Gurana Timojanam. Well, this is why I get mad. That's why I drink. Shiradataya Tikarata Tikarasata Trudaya Gurana Timojanam. One more. Shiradataya Tikarata Tikarasata Trudaya Gurana Timojanam. I have to do it from here again. Samjangapi Panandavayam Sinutosabi Rapatis Tatatavajijnya Sayam Samyak Shiradataya Tikarata Tikarasata Trudaya Shiradataya Tikarata Tikarasata Trudaya Gurana Timojanam. 드비자바짱 슈루띠양 바후 요가그라는 타사먼마땅 요가그라는 타사먼마땅 드바라양 바후 바로히양 드바라양 바로히 드바라양 바로히양 시라성 빠다무라 무빵스르타흐 빠다무라 무빠스르타흐 고샤마 빠야는 비가타 느르빠데반 스마양 비가타 느르빠데바 스마양 우방짱 11 left 가스드밤 니구 터시짜라시 디비장낭 비팔쇼이 Sutra Katamuvatuttaha Kasyansi Kuturatiam Ihapi Kasamata Kushwamayam Nashachadasi Notan Shuklaha Nangham Vishangankam Shura Raja Vajrananai Tiriyakusha Shulanana Yamasya Danandut. Okay, from the arm, 10 left, or less, 9 left. Naham Vishanganke Shuraraja Vajranana Tiriyakusha Shulanana Yamasya Danandut. Naganyalka Somanilan. Bitang pang sutrang changankem from the end. Naganyalka somanila bitang Naganyalka somanila bitapang sutrang changankem Purusham Brahma Kula Vamanat Tadabru Hiasangangon Jadavananigu Tabichinyang Navirium Bicara siapa rahe Pacang si yoga grati Tangani sangato na nahe kusho manantem Patutuma. Okay, from there. Pacang si yoga grati tang from there. Pacang si yoga grati tangani sangato na nahe kusho mananto manante. From there, Pacam si yoga grati tangani sangato na nahe kushamanantem manasangapi patutuma aham jam yogeshvara mat matatva vidam muninam paramam gurum pai parashatvam pravarotataha Kimiharanam tatam tatvash Kusana kusha tarim chinyana kala batil nama. From there, Parashatam Paravarataha Kimiharanam tat sa kusha tarim chinyana kala batil nama. Sang pai Pavamur loka niri kushwa naita mavyagata lingango bicharatyapi savit. Okay. Alright, 6 left. From the arm. Sang by Pavamur loka niri. Sang by Pavamur loka niri kushwa naita mavyagata lingango Bicharatyapi Sabitam. Can I take that? It passed. So poor. I want to do it again. Sang Vai Pavamurlokan. Sang Vai Pavamurloka. Duru Murulok Muruloka. Sang Vai Pavamurloka Niri Kushanai Tamavyakata Lingango. Bicharatyapi Sabita. Sorry, I got interrupted. Somebody's parked behind me, I guess. Pavamurulokam San Vai Pavamur San Vai Pavamurulokam Murulokam San Vai Pavamurulokam. From the arrow, sorry. Sang Vai Pavamurulokam Niri Kusha Pavamurulokam. Sang Vai Pavamurulokam Murulokam. Come on. Sang Vai Pavamurulokam Niri Kusha Nai Tamaviakata Lingango. Sang Vai Pavamurulokam. Sang Vai Pavamurulokam. Sang Vai Pavamurulokam Niri Kusha Nai Tamaviakata Lingango. I'll take a little more count of this. 6 left. A little longer, which is 10 hours. Oh, 1 hour and 10 minutes. Not too bad. I just hate it when people interrupt me when I do stuff like this. You know, I would never interrupt anybody who does stuff like this. Who bothers, anybody who does stuff like this? Okay, here we go. Concentrate. Namaste. Sang Vai Pavamurulokam. Sang Vai Pavamurulokam Niri. Sang Vai Pavamurulokam Murulokam. Sang Vai Pavamurulokam Murulokam. Sang Vai Pavamurulokam Niri Koshanai Tamaviakata Lingango. Vicharatyapi Savitam. Moving on. Yogeshivaranam Katimanan Tabudu Tiha Katam Vichakoshuitang Gurahanu Vanantaha Durashataha Shramaha Kaimata Atmano Vai Paltulganan Tul Pavatashitang Numaniem Yatha Satodana Yana Diatpava Ishitwa Vyavaharamaiga. Okay, from the arrow. Yatha Satodana Yana Yatha Satodana Yana Diapavat Samula Ishitwa Vyavaharamaiga. 4 left. Sataliagrat Sataliaganitang Pat Pataso Payato Payaso Pitang Pa. Oof. That's one word. Pasatatang Patasatanand Galparanan Tiha. From the arrow. Sataliaganitang Pat Payato Payaso. Sataliaganitang Pat Payaso Pitang Pasatatang Pasatanand Galparanan Tiha. From the arrow. Sataliaganitang Pat Sataliaganitang Pat Payaso Pitang Pasatatang Pasatanand Galparanan Tiha. From the arrow. Sataliaganitang Pat Payaso Sataliaganitang Pat Payaso Pitang Pasatatang Pasatanand Galparanan Tiha. From the arrow. Sataliaganitang Pat Payaso Pitang Pasatatang Pasatanand Galparanan Tiha. Almost. Sataliaganitang Pat Payaso Pitang Pasatatang Pasatanand Sataliaganitang Pat Payaso Pitang Pasatatang Patang Sataliaganitang Pat Sataliaganitang Pat Payaso Pitang Pasatatang Pasatanand Galparanan Tiha. Patasatanand Galparanan Tiha. From the arrow. Sataliaganitang Pat Payaso Pitang Pasatatang Patasatanand Galparanan Tiha. 30-syllable word. Sitang liaganitang pata paya sopitang pasitatang tatang patasitana lagai paranan tiho. Namaste, help me. Sitang liaganitang pata paya sopitang pasitatang patasitana lagai paranan tiho. Namaste. Pata. One more. Sitang liaganitang pata paya sopitang pasitatang patasitana lagai paranan tiho. One more. Sitang liaganitang pata paya sopitang pasitatang sitang liaganitang pata paya sopitang patas sitang liaganitang pata paya sopitang patas pasitang sitang liaganitang pata paya sopitang pasitatang patasitang lagai paranan tiho. Almost. Sitang liaganitang pata paya sopitang pasitatang patasitang lagai paranan tiho. 대해는들이 양수방하샤야 사는 이 가이셔 따뜻 삼스럽디허 셔 따뜻 삼스럽디허 따뜻 삼스럽디허. Okay, from the arm. 대해는들이 양수방하샤야 사는 이 가이셔 따뜻 삼스럽디허 보르셔시안으로 탕트. From the arm. 대해는들이 양수방하샤야 사는 이 가이셔 따뜻 삼스럽디허 대해는들이 양수방하샤야 사는 이 가이셔 대해는들이 양수방하샤야 사는 이 가이셔 따뜻 삼스럽디허 보로셔시앙 보로탕트 누로탕트 홈몰 따뜻 삼스럽디허 대해는들이 양수방하샤야 사는 이 가이셔 대해는들이 양수방하샤야 사는 이 가이셔 따뜻 삼스럽디허 보르셔시안으로 탕트. I wanna do that again. 대해는들이 양수방하샤야 사는 이 가이 대해는들이 양수방하샤야 사는 이 가이셔 따뜻. Oh, come on. I wish they put that into just one more. 대해는들이 양수방하샤야 사는 이 가이셔 대해는들이 양수방하샤야 사는 이 가이셔 따뜻 삼스럽디허 대해는들이 양수방하샤야 사는 이 대해는들이 양수방하샤야 사는 이 가이셔 대해는들이 양수방하샤야 사는 이 가이셔 따뜻 삼스럽디허 보르셔시안으로 탕트. Hush. 3 left. 샹아세땅 피곱 샹아세땅 피곱 샹아세땅 피곱땅에 내려바티허 브라장낭 야허 킹은가로 바이낭 비나셔투이 베셔타마. I want us to do that again. 샹아세땅 피곱땅에 내려바티허 브라장낭 야허 킹은가로 바이낭 비나셔투이 베셔타마. 세바타이마마라 타나마치우타시앙 야디하마노 비자하디앗 카오카마. I wasn't ready for that. 비자하디앗 카오카마. From the arm. 세바타이마마라 타나마치우타시앙 야디하마노 비자하디앗 카오카마. 따놈의 파바는 나라대방 비망나 마대방 마대나임 두즈치 그렇다 사뜻다 마심. Okay. From the arm. 따놈의 파방에는 나라대방 비망나 마대나임 나라대방 비망나 마대나. From the arm. 따놈의 파방에는 나라대방 비망나 마대나 두즈치 그렇다 사뜻다 마심. I wanna do that again. 자는매 파방안에 나라대방 비망나 마대는 두즈치 그렇다 사뜻다 마시음. Kurushwitan, Kurushwi Shudra, Maitri, Tirashamal, Tange, Banantum, Yatange, Dare, Sadavatianam, Mamhaha. Getting a little tired, but that's okay. I'll have just one more after that. From the arrow, Kurushwi Shirta, Maitri, Tirashamal, Tabanantum, Yatange, Dare, Sadavatianam, Mamhaha. I want us to do that again. Kurushwi Shirta, Maitri, Tirashamai, Tirashan. Kurushwi Shirta, Maitri, Shwa. Kurushwi Shirta, Maitri, Tirashamai, Tabananto, Yatange, Dare, Sadavatiana, Mamhaha. Tirashamai, Tabanan, Tirashamai, Tab. One more. Kurushwi Shirta, Maitri, Tirashamai, Tabananto, Yatange, Dare, Sadavatiana, Mamhaha. Last one. Nan Pikriyan, Pishavasoharata Sakasyam, Samyana, Pita Pimatesa Sutabapi, Pita Pimatesa Tabapi, Pita Pimatesa Tabapi. From the arrow. Pita Pimatesa Tabapi. Nan Pikriyan, Pishavasoharata Sakasyam, Samyana, Pita Pimatesa Tabapi. One more. Nan Pikriyan, Pishavasoharata Sakasyam, Samyana, Pita Pimatesa Tabapi. Mahadevimana Savakaratadati. Mahadevimana Savakaratadati. Madarangang Nagang Kushoyatiang Durang Dapi Madra. Like they could have just put that in one line, you know. Madarangang Nagang Kushoya Na Madarangang Nagang Kushoyatia Durang Dapi. From there, Mahadevimana Savakaratadati, Madaranganakun, Mahadevimana Savakaratadati, Madaranganang Kushoyatia Durangadapi. From there, it's the last one. Mahadevimana Savakaratadati. Madarangang Kushoyatia Durangadapi. One more. Mahadevimana Savakaratadati. Madarangang Kushoyatia Durangadapi. Shulapanuiha. That one passed. I'm gonna do it again though. Mahadevimana Savakaratadati. Madarangang Kushoyatia Durangadapi. Madarangang Kushoyatiam. Mahadevimana Savakaratadati. Madarangang Kushoyaturangadapi. Mahadevimana Savakaratadati. Madarangang Kushoyadiam. Mahadevimana Savakaratadati. Madarangang Kushoyadiam. Mahadevimana Savakaratadati. Madarangang Kushoyatia Durangadapi. Shulapanuiha. One more, just I want to get it right once more. Mahadevimana Savakaratadati. Madarangang Kushoyatia Durangadapi. Shulapanuiha. Namaste. Done. Iti Shrimad Bhagavate Mahapurane Paramahamsyam Samitayam Panchamasakanante Dashamotyayahu. And once again, I don't have the physical copy, a digital copy of the translation, so I have to read it from a physical book, so I have to get it. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Medium sized. Discourse 10. 1 second. Discourse 10. Shri Shuka began again. A king of the principalities of Sintu and Saubhira, Rahugana, was going. Just says going, okay, was going. While looking on the bank of the Ikushumati river for a man to serve as a bearer of his palanquin, the maid of the bearers came across this eminent Brahmana as prearranged by Providence. On the ground that he was stout, young, and muscular, and fit to carry a load like an ox or a donkey, he was caught hold of by force. He was caught hold of by force, along with those already employed to work without any wage, and that highly dignified soul bore the palanquin, even though he did not deserve such humiliation. Oh no, we did it again. Hold on. I'm gonna take more cannabis, that's what I'll do. Well, I should have a thing that stands so I could have it stand in front of me. That's what I need.
That sounds like something to look into. Next membership. People joining membership is a year $500 a month. That's huge, but it's also true. People are just happier with it. They love being part of something that reflects the hopes of their values. Membership works, dude. It's been around for 30 years.
Okay, I'm gonna read from the beginning again. Discourse 10. Shri Shuka began again. A king of the principalities of Sintu and Saubhira, Rahugana, was going. While looking on the bank of the Ikushumati river for a man to serve as a bearer of his palanquin, the maid of the bearers came across this eminent Brahmana as prearranged by Providence. On the ground that he was stout, young, and muscular, and fit to carry a load like an ox or a donkey, he was caught hold of by force, along with those already employed to work without any wage, and that highly dignified soul bore the palanquin, even though he did not deserve such humiliation. When the gait of the men did not fall in line with that of the holy Brahmana, who stepped forward only after surveying the ground, up to a distance of 3 feet only, King Rahugana, on finding his palanquin irregularly borne, said to the bearers, "O bearers, march properly. Why is the palanquin borne irregularly this way?" Now, on hearing the reproachful words of their master, and afraid at heart of punishment, they submitted to him. "We are not remiss, O ruler of men. Obeying your commands, we bear the palanquin quite well. Though engaged just now, this man does not walk quickly. We are therefore unable to bear the palanquin with him." Hearing the piteous words, King Rahugana concluded that the fault appearing in one through contact is sure to become the fault of all who are connected with that person. Even though he had sat at the feet of sages, his Kshatriya spirit prevailed over him. His judgment having been clouded by the element of rajas, he felt a bit enraged and spoke to that Brahmana whose spiritual glory was not distinctly perceived, like fire covered with ashes. I want to read it again. Even though he had sat at the feet of sages, his Kshatriya spirit prevailed over him. His judgment having been clouded by the element of rajas, he felt a bit enraged and spoke to that Brahmana whose spiritual glory was not distinctly perceived, like fire covered with ashes. What a pity, O brother! You are evidently very tired. You have borne the palanquin single-handed all this long way, for long hours, and none of these other associates, O friend, have shared your burden. You are neither very stout, nor possessed of an adamantine frame, and are oppressed with old age. Even when taunted unsparingly in this way, the sage, who had become one with the infinite, and never entertained the false notion of I or mine, with regard to this ultimate body. Sorry, I'm gonna read that again. Even when taunted unsparingly in this way, the sage who had become one with the infinite, and never entertained the false notion of I or mine, with regard to his ultimate body, which was nothing but a concatenation of various limbs put together in a particular disposition, consisting as it did of the 5 gross elements, the inandriyas, the 5 senses, the past actions, and the mind, evolved by ignorance and unreal, quietly bore the palanquin as before. Even when taunted unsparingly in this way, the sage who had become one with the infinite and never entertained the false notion of I or mine with regard to his ultimate body, which was nothing but a concatenation of various limbs put together in a particular disposition, consisting as it did of the 5 gross elements, the inandriyas, the past actions, and the mind, evolved by ignorance and unreal, quietly bore the palanquin as before. King Rahugana, however, flew into a rage on his palanquin being borne irregularly again, and said, "Oh, what does this mean? Though living, you are dead, in that you ignore me and transgress the commands of your Lord. I shall accordingly correct you, perverse as you are, even as Yama chastises the people, so that you may recover your senses." To Rahugana, who had in his pride mixed with anger and infatuation slighted all the devotees of the Lord, and thought himself to be a wise man, although he was not much acquainted with the ways of masters of yoga, and was at the same time talking much nonsense, accounting himself to be a ruler of men. That worshipful Brahmana, who had become one with Brahma and was a friend, nay, the very self of all living beings, smilingly spoke as follows, even though he was altogether free from pride. I'll read it again. To Rahugana, who had, in his pride, mixed with anger and infatuation, slighted all the devotees of the Lord, and thought himself to be a wise man, although he was not much acquainted with the ways of masters of yoga, and was at the same time talking much nonsense, accounting himself to be a ruler of men. That worshipful Brahmana, who had become one with Brahma, and was a friend, nay, the very self of all living beings, smilingly spoke as follows, even though he was altogether free from pride. The Brahmana said, "What has been hinted at by you is evidently true and constitutes no reproach. It would be a slur if this burden borne on its bearer, O valiant king, it would be a slur if this burden borne on its bearer, O valiant king, had rested on me, and if the goal to be reached, or the way existing in the eyes of the goer, had reference to me. The epithet stout is used by the wise with reference to a body alone, and never in relation to the incorporeal spirit. Stoutness and leanness, ailments and worries, hunger and thirst, fear and strife, desire and old age, sleep and attachment to the pleasures of sense, anger and vanity arising from egotism, and grief appear in one who is born with the feeling of identification with the body, and not in me. Death, synchronous with life, O king, is as a rule perceived in everything which undergoes transformation. For whatever undergoes transformation has a beginning and an end, and orders should be given by one and carried out by another, without fail, only where the relation of servant and master is fixed, O praiseworthy monarch. And we do not find the slightest occasion for the notion of difference, apart from usage or convention. Under such circumstances, who is the ruler and who the servant? Under such circumstances, who is the ruler and who the servant? Nevertheless, O king, what can we do for you? And what object will be gained by you, O valiant monarch, by correcting me or teaching a lesson to me, who behave like a lunatic, a sot, or a dunce, even though established in my own self? And if I am stupid or drunk, giving a lesson to me will be grinding flour. Shri Shukan resumed. Having made this brief reply in the form of a bare statement of facts, the great sage was tranquil by nature, and in whom the cause for identification with the body had ceased, bore the palanquin even as before, in order to exhaust the stock of karma, which had already begun to bear fruit, by reaping its consequences. And hearing the reply of the Brahmana, which was capable of resolving the knot existing in one's heart, and was borne out by many a work on self-knowledge, the said ruler of the territories of Sintu and Salvira too, who had by virtue of genuine faith acquired the qualification for inquiring into the truth, quickly alighted, and asking forgiveness and approaching the soles of his feet with his head, spoke, completely rid of his pride of sovereignty. Cool. Who are you that go about incognito and wear the sacred thread of the twice-born? If you are an Avathutan, which may you be? Whose son are you, and born at what place, and wherefore are you here? If for our good, are you not the sage Kapila? I fear neither the thunderbolt of Inandra, nor the trident of Lord Shiva, nor the rod of Yama, nor the weapons of the fire god, the sun god, the moon god, the wind god, and Kubera. But I am terribly afraid of showing disrespect to the Brahmana race. Tell me this, roaming about. But I am terribly afraid of showing disrespect to the Brahmana race. Tell me this, roaming about as you do, like a dunce, with your greatness in the shape of profound wisdom fully disguised, free from attachment and possessing infinite glory. Your words, which are replete with self-knowledge, O pious sage, cannot be penetrated, even with the help of intuition. Moreover, I was proceeding to ask Lord Kapila, who is no other than Shri Hari, descended with the view to imparting knowledge, nay, who is the master of yoga, and the supreme preceptor of sages, knowing the truth about the self. What is the asylum of this world? May it be that you are the same Lord Kapila, going about incognito in order to examine the condition of the world? How can he who is tied to his home and whose intellect is blinded understand the ways of masters of yoga? I have known weariness being felt by me through activity, and infer that the same must be experienced by you while bearing a load and walking. The phenomenal world, too, ought to have a reality at its bottom, for otherwise it will have no utility, nor will it be possible to take any work from it, any more than one can teach. For otherwise it will have no utility. I'm going to read, from here. The phenomenal world, too, ought to have a reality at its bottom, for otherwise it will have no utility, nor will it be possible to take any. tired a little bit. 5 shlokas left. I have known weariness being felt by me through activity, and infer that the same must be experienced by you while bearing a load and walking. The phenomenal world, too, ought to have a reality at its bottom, for otherwise it will have no utility, nor will it be possible to take any work from it, any more than one can fetch water, and so on, in an unreal jar. In consequence of a kettle being heated by fire, the water also gets fully heated, and due to the heat of the water, the grains of rice get softened, and their interior too. And the heat thus conducted from the pot to the water, and from the water to the exterior of the grains, in the first instance, and later on to their interior, as well as not unreal. Even so, due to contact with the body, as well as with the inandriyas and the mind, their experiences are transmitted to the soul because of its taking upon itself the attributes of its conditioning vestures. I'm gonna read it again. It's 22. 25 is the last one. 22 again. In consequence of a kettle being heated by fire, the water also gets fully heated, and due to the heat of the water, the grains of rice get softened, and their interior too. And the heat thus conducted from the pot to the water, and from the water to the exterior of the grains, in the first instance and later on to their interior, as well is not unreal. Even so, due to contact with the body, as well as with the inandriyas and the mind, their experiences are transmitted to the soul because of its taking upon itself the attributes of its conditioning vestures. A king is the ruler and protector of the people who is a servant. A king is the ruler and protector of the people. He who is a servant does not grind what is already ground. For by offering worship to the Lord in the shape of performing his duty, he's able to get rid of his stack of sins. I gotta read it again. There's so many words in parentheses. A king is the ruler and protector of the people. He who is a servant does not grind what is already ground. For by offering worship to the Lord in the shape of performing his duty, he is able to get rid of his stock of sins. Therefore, may you be pleased, O friend of the afflicted, to cast a kindly look on me, who have slighted the most holy through vanity arising from consciousness of my being a ruler of men, so that I may get rid of the sin incurred by showing disrespect to pious souls. I'm gonna read it again. 24, just 2 left. Therefore, may you be pleased, O friend of the afflicted, to cast a kindly look on me. Definitely tired. Therefore, may you be pleased, O friend of the afflicted, to cast a kindly look on me, who have slighted the most holy through vanity arising from consciousness of my being a ruler of men, so that I may get rid of the sin incurred by showing disrespect to pious souls. Although there is no agitation in you, who are a friend and a well-wisher of the universe, and have entirely ceased to identify yourself with the body because of your undifferentiating outlook. Although there is no agitation in you, who are a friend and a well-wisher of the universe, and have entirely ceased to identify yourself with the body because of your undifferentiating outlook, a man like me is sure to perish at no distant date as a result of his own misdeed, in the shape of despising exalted souls. I can't read. Even if he were Lord Shiva himself, my injuries are acting up. I'll read that one more time. It's the last one. Although there is no agitation in you, who are a friend and a well-wisher of the universe, and have entirely ceased to identify yourself with the body because of your undifferentiating outlook, a man like me is sure to perish at no distant date as a result of his own misdeed in the shape of despising exalted souls. I can't read one more. Even if he were Lord Shiva himself. One more. I'll read that one more time. Although there is no agitation in you, who are a friend and a well-wisher of the universe, and have entirely ceased to identify yourself with the body because of your undifferentiating outlook, a man like me is sure to perish at no distant date as a result of his own misdeed in the shape of despising exalted souls, even if he were Lord Shiva himself. That's it. Oh. Thus ends the 10th discourse in Book 5 of the great and glorious Bhagavata Purana, otherwise known as the Paramamsa Samhitang. Namaste. Alright, I'm done. Thank you very much. I might do ASMR, but that's about it. Yeah, good timing. Have a good night. Shalom. Namaste. ASMR in maybe an hour.